Good evening from wherever you are, all men and women of goodwill, all lovers of freedom and justice, all indigenous citizens of Biafra, wherever you are. This is Radio Biafra live broadcast, and we are reaching you from London. This is the PM edition, and we must begin without mincing words to apologize for coming to you late. This is as a result of some unforeseen circumstances which we were trying to overcome. A lot of things are happening behind the scene, but we must, as always, remind ourselves of our commitment to continue to serve and to pay homage to the memories of our heroes and heroines who paid the ultimate price that we may have our freedom. That is why we are here, regardless of anything that was happening. That is why we must always console ourselves, because we are Biafrans. This is the PM edition. My name is Ucheme 4, and we are reaching you from London. I am joined today by the COE, the coordinator of coordinators, COC, Uchenna Onyema from London, and also the head of the directorate, Uchenna Asiebu from Spain. And wherever possible and when it happens, we will also announce when Barrister Imamezi joins us. But at the moment, this is how it is going to be. We are going to co-host this program this evening, and if you have any question regarding the struggle, regarding the direction we are going, you can ask that question. And of course, from the perspective of their different portfolios, they will be able to give you answers, but not to ask questions beyond the limit or beyond the jurisdiction of their portfolio. If you have any question regarding the conduct or their areas of influence, their areas of operation, you can ask them. They are also here to make sense where there is none. This evening, as regards the news headlines we'll be reading, and indeed everything concerning the struggle. I will now go to them to say hello, and I will start with the head of the directorate, Uchenna Asiebu. Are you there, Uche, the head of directorate from Spain? Are you there? Are you hearing me?
Yes, Uche. Good evening. Good evening, Uche. And good evening, the wonderful people of Biafra all over the world. My name is Mr. Uchenna Asiebu. I hail from Igitanansa in Osu AGA, Biafra land. I am the head of the Directorate of State. We ask you to stay tuned as we anchor this program today. May Chukwu Abiyama be with you wherever you are. And may bless as you go. Uche, right on. We are with you.
Yes, thank you very much. And I will now turn to the coordinator of coordinators, Mazi Uchenna Onyema. Onyema, are you there?
Yes, Mefo, good evening, Uche Mefo, our deputy director. Good evening, Biafrans in Europe that share the same time zone with us and Biafra land. And greetings to Biafrans worldwide and friends of Biafra. I am Mazi Uchenna Onyema, here from Amasu village in Arochukwu, Biafra land, and humble servant of the indigenous people of Biafra, by the grace of Chukwu Abiyama. So stay tuned. As usual, have your pen and paper handy, have your questions available to ask us, and we will try our possible best to answer your question to the best of our ability. Thank you.
Thank you very much, the coordinator of coordinators. As always, these are able men who are piloting the affairs of this movement in conjunction with other principal officers of state. We recognize what you're doing. We salute your courage. We urge every indigenous citizen of Biafra to continue to do everything humanly possible for us to continue to move forward. Once again, we must indulge you. We must ask you. We must crave your indulgence to pardon our late comment. We were trying to put a lot of things together to make sure that things will work accordingly. We are here, and we are here to deliberate no other thing but Biafra and how we are going to move forward. To all indigenous people of Biafra all over the world, this platform is for you. To all men and women of goodwill, to all lovers of freedom and justice, this is the news hour of Radio Biafra Live broadcast, and we urge you to continue to repose faith in the Biafra Restoration Project. As always, if you want to listen to this program, we have dedicated platforms, of which the main platform remains www.radiobiafra.co, www.radiobiafra.co. If anything fails, please go to www.Biafra Television.co or www.biafravoice.com or www.indigenouspeopleofbiafra.org or www.peopleofbiafra.org. You can also get this live broadcast at www.biafratv.co and www.ipob.co or .org. Either of them, you will be able to get this live broadcast. We are also on Shoutcast. Shoutcast is one of the platforms housing important and efficient radio stations around the world, and we are glad to be among them. You can go to Shoutcast. One of the major platforms remain www.radioforest.net, www.radioforest.net. If you go there, search for Radio Biafra, and you will be there live in this program. We are also on iTunes. iTunes remains the most popular platform for the collection of all important radio stations around the world. Radio Biafra is prominently there. If you go there, search for Radio Biafra, and you will join this program live. We are also telecasting this program. And we urge you, if you like, to also go to www.ipob.co. You have to scroll down to the middle of the website, where you will be able to see the TV portal. That is where you will be able to listen to this program. If you want to do this, you must mute the audio button, which is for radio only. If you want to do that, you have to mute the audio button and then click on the start button for Biafra television portal. This is how it's been. If you want to make any contribution, we have our Skype line, which are the functional ones this evening. They remain Radio Biafra 1 and Radio Biafra 2. You can also make contribution through the phone number to call is +44 744 810 9411 +44 744 810 9411. This is Radio Biafra live broadcast. We will go straight to read some news headlines, and after that, of course, we will go into analysis and commence proper with the proceedings for the evening. We are reporting that Igbo and Southeast fools, the Southeast leaders, people, Ezes and clergies have urged Jonathan to run for 2015 presidential election. We are also reporting, although this is an article written by somebody, of course, it's an editorial, that Aba, which is the capital of Abia State, is a failure, has failed in all its ramifications because the governor T.O. Oji or T.A. Oji is not doing enough to make that great city, Enyimba City, what it should be. We are also reporting that Malam Rochas Okorocha's frenzy has gone to the level where he has said that APC will take over Abia in 2015. APC, the political arm of Boko Haram, will take over Abia State in 2015. Yes, we are also on the 6th series of the Lugard, the maker of Nigeria, the series of secret letters and documents that they used in order to lump us together in the abominable contraption called Nigeria. We are continuing with those articles and letters. There are some other headlines here which I personally don't think is going to do us much good, but anybody can comment on it. The most important aspect here is that the 5 southeast states of Anambra, Imo, Abia, Ebonyi, and Enugu leaders, citizens, monarchs, and clergies have over the weekend converged in Oka support and call on President Goodluck Jonathan to run for the 2015 presidential election. The occasion was the first leg of the planned nationwide 6 geopolitical zones rallies organized by the Transformation Ambassadors of Nigeria TAN, with Southeast Rally as the kickoff, urging the president to seek the renewal of his mandate. No fewer than 1.6 million Nigerian electorates from all walks of life had appended their signatures in support of bid to persuade Jonathan to stand for the 2015 general elections. This was disclosed by Mr. Kunle Fabwemi, a director in TAN, Transformation Ambassadors of Nigeria. Speaking on the occasion, the Minister of Power, Professor Chinedu Nebo, said the president had done more than any of all his predecessors in their first tenure. The Deputy Speaker of House of Reps, Emeka Ehediora, noted that 43 senators from Southeast and over 170 lawmakers in the House of Reps have decided to support the president to run for the second term. So this is another propaganda, another campaign, another way they have intended and planned to use money to woo hungry men and unscrupulous elements in a society. Of course, what we have to take away from here is that no matter what they do, no matter what they plan, Biafrans must continue to march ahead. The destination is Biafra. There is no going back on that. We are reporting as well that the commercial city of Aba in Abia State used to be the famous, or which used to be famous for the ingenuity of the locals, is now a ghost of its own self. In fact, this is an editorial written by somebody, and it is very important that we read some aspect of it. Today, Aba, which used to be the economic capital of the southeast, is a failed city, or so it seems. All the indices are manifest in the content and character of the city. The moment you step into Aba, you will notice that the city is sick, terribly sick. The vibrancy and zest have been replaced by gloom and frustration because the city has fallen apart. According to Chief Charles Eduzo, Chairman, Nigerian Bar Association, Aba branch, the economy of Aba has collapsed because of the neglect of the town. People are merely living here now by the grace of God. They live from day to day, praying that God sees them through the next day. This is no doubt the mark of bad governance. And of course, this is a lengthy article, but it is instructive for us to note that those who are entrusted in taking care of the people of the Biafran origin, the people of Biafra in Biafra land, the old eastern region of the zoo called Nigeria, are not interested in doing so. This is very unfortunate. We are going to return to this. And one of the news which I skipped was that the American ambassador to Nigeria, James Enwetso, on Monday said his country was not yet in position to make the Ebola disease experimental drug available to Nigeria. Mr. Enwetso said during a visit to the Nigerian Minister of Health, Onyebuchichukwu, that the drug was not yet available in sufficient quantity to go around all the countries requesting it. The ambassador did not say when the drug will be available for Africa's most populous country. He only advised the Nigerian Health Ministry to focus on isolation, screening, and prevention. We are also reporting on Lord Sir Frederick Lugard and his Royal Niger Company, which he used to dupe Nigerians who are, of course, members of the ethnic nationalities that are lumped together in that particular part of the world. And Lord Lugard, of course, in this secret document which Radio Biafra has stumbled upon, continued. This is the 6th series. At last, the caravan book is complete. This is the letter from George Tubman, Gaudier, and Frederick Lugard. These are their correspondents. Director of Radio Biafra Nnamdi Kanu has, of course, elaborated on this in the morning, but we have to, for sake of emphasis, make a passing mention of it. This article is still there. The long roll contains every man's name: soldier, house supporters, Yorubas, Nupes, headmen, interpreters, horse and donkey attendants, servants. All advances are entered, each man, and also date of engagement. Every man is shown who left Jeba with us. This agrees with the present state, which is completed and done to October 31st, showing all changes. The itinerary of each day is written up to date. All orders signed by me on Jeddah store are shown in their place. Private accounts of Europeans also. The barter goods are balanced to October 31st. The treaty presents are tabulated and issues noted. This will balance the quarter. I don't understand this English. This is an old English version. I am not going to continue on it. The most important thing we are going to do today is that we will take in-depth analysis on the direction we are going in this struggle, and to do that we have the able men in the field, the COC, the coordinator of coordinators, Uchenna Onyema, and the head of the directorate, Maazị Uchenna Siebu from Spain, Onyema from London, who are, of course, ably here with us today to shed more light on the direction we are going. And indeed, if you have any question to ask in the direction of the portfolios they are holding, you can ask that question and they will, of course, answer. At some point, we are expecting Barrister Mamis to join us. Where he does, we will announce it. We will let you know. Otherwise, we will continue. This is Radio Biafra live broadcast. I will go to the head of the directorate, Maazị Uchenna Siebu, to, of course, give us an in-depth, or rather a synopsis of what his office is doing, of course, what is happening in Spain as well, and the direction we are going.
Thank you, Chairman. Thank you for that wonderful news. I must first of all thank the wonderful Biafrans all over the world. Anywhere you are, we ask you to tune in. We are anchoring this program today together. We are here to highlight you of this struggle so far. We are in the second phase of this struggle, and by the special grace of Chukwu Abiyama, we are making a headway. The zoo where we come from, what Lord Luga did to us, we are about to exonerate ourselves from that evil amalgamation. There is nothing we can do. We are marching ahead, and we start by giving you updates. We just had our conference in Spain, and by the special grace of Chukwu Abiyama, we are moving forward. We are marching. We are getting alliances. We are getting alliance from the Catalan group, the separatists of Catalan, as well as the United States. We are creating awareness all over the world. We are colonizing all the Biafrans all over the world. The coordinators of all the countries are doing their wonderful jobs together. COC, of course, Maazị Uchenna Onyema is doing his job. The European rep, as a matter of fact, is indomitable. Maazị Chike Doziem, who is on with us here today in this program, and as well as Asian rep, Maazị Levedim, is doing a wonderful job in Asia. I will not fail to recognize the person of North American rep, Engineer Clifford Irania, the indomitable man Irania, and the rep of Middle East, no other person that Amechi Otu Soro. Amechi is a wonderful man. We are making sure Biafrans all over the world is coming together, and that is our utmost priority for now. And everything is going as planned. Our director, Nnamdi Kanu, is doing a wonderful job touring all over the world, creating that awareness that Biafrans has come to stay. Of course, it's not going to be easy. Our people, some are resisting, and by the grace of God, some are coming into the struggle. By the time we are ready, the zoo we know that Biafra has come to know. There is no way we remain in that evil contraption caused by creative Frederick Lugard and his girlfriend. So, Uche, we are doing wonderfully. So far, so good. There is nothing we can do rather than to enlighten our people because of the struggle. Although we'll meet obstacles on the way, but we'll crush the obstacle and move on. There is nothing we can do. This struggle is for us. Biafrans all over the world, I urge you to stay fast. I urge you to remain calm. Obstacle will come, but you have to cross the obstacle and move on. There is nothing we can do. Uche, I thank you very much. Biafrans all over the world, they are responding. By the grace of Chukwu Abiyama, we will get there. Thank you for now. I'm standing back.
Thank you. Thank you very much for that. Thank you. That was the voice of the head of the directorate, Uche Asiebu, from Spain. And we thank him for that. Of course, we will go back to him from time to time during this program for him to continue to give us the information we need and the direction that we so urgently require for us to move forward. We will now turn to the coordinator of coordinators, Mazi Uche Nonyema. I'm sure Uche Nonyema is on the line, and we will want to hear from him.
Okay, good evening once again, Uche Mefo, and greetings to fellow Biafrans and friends of Biafra listening worldwide. Today, I'm very happy, Uche Mefo, for the change you introduced. I think this will be the first time we are having, or if I can remember correctly, the first time that I am participating in what is considered an interactive section. This is a good development. I like it very much. I've been waiting for this kind of opportunity for a while now. Not because I want to small the time, just because it makes it more interesting and more inclusive for all our listeners and people that are Biafrans that are participating actively in what we're doing. I think a lot of Biafrans will agree with me this evening that this is what they expect to see or hear from Radio Biafra. I encourage everyone to remain focused. I encourage everyone to stay focused, remain loyal, focus on the task at hand. I also want to remind people that we are in a state of war. We are in a state of war. So therefore, we are not allowed, we will not be held accountable or forced into one corner by some few individuals that want us to speak in a certain way or behave in a certain way. I've never seen a place where you smack a kid and you don't allow the kid to scream. We've been spanked, we've been bamboozled, we've been hoodwinked, we've been treated like I don't know how to, like garbage. We've been treated like rubbish. And if any Biafran listening to me now, or any person that considers himself or herself a friend of Biafra, does not understand why we talk the way we talk, why we behave the way we behave, then that person will need to go and do some research again, then come back again. Because there's a popular quote from the only Yoruba man that I value, in the person of Fela Anikulapo Kuti. He said that in a pidgin language, in pidgin English, he said that man, they suffer if he talk na condition. Man, they suffer, you know, if he talk na condition too. And he know the condition when in there. The condition when in there, don't reach, make him act. So in essence, what he's saying is that everybody that you are willing, that you are capable of saying or voicing out your opinion or airing your views about how you feel or what you're going through in your life. It's a kind of condition. So, and if you're not able to air your opinion, it's also a condition. He doesn't know which condition you are in, but the condition he is in guarantees him now, means that he needs to act. So, Biafrans and fellow friends of Biafra, the situation, the condition that I found myself in as a Biafran, this is the time for me to act. It's not only just talking. So now is the time for us to back up the talking with action. So I encourage everyone, every Biafran, put fear in the bin. Put your ego in the rubbish. Stand up as a Biafran and stand up and be counted. Let the world hear your voice. Utemekwa, stand by.
Thank you very much, Mazi Onyema. Of course, we are glad that you are all in this program. We are joined, of course, lately by the European rep, Chika Edoziem. Of course, we will want to hear what he has to tell us. Of course, Chika, you're welcome to this program. We are welcoming you. Biafrans, we want to hear from you.
Thank you very much, Mazi Ujemefo. Let me begin by saying good evening to Biafrans all over the world. Good afternoon, good morning, depending on your time zone where you are at this hour. We are coming to you live from London, this broadcast being ably anchored by our able engineer, Uchemefo. I greet the head of Directorate of State, Mazi Uchenna Asiebu, and I greet also the coordinator of all coordinators, Mazi Uchenna Onyema. My name is Mazi Chika Edoziem. I am from Ihoma, Biafra land. And by the grace of the Almighty Chukwu Abiyama, I am in the service of Biafra as a European representative, and I am based in Switzerland. Yes, of course, the struggle has gotten to a stage that you are either in or you are out. There is no place for standing or sitting on the fence. It is either you join us or you are not with us. And I want to greet all national coordinators in Europe who are also working in their different stations with all the zonal coordinators and every Biafran and supporter of Biafra who, one way or the other, are supporting our march towards our freedom, our march towards the restoration of our dignity as men, as women, as Biafrans. I greet you all. I will stand by if there is any question directed to me. I will be glad to take them. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Chika, for that wonderful introduction and, of course, information you have given us. Of course, we are coming back to you all. This is Radio Biafra Live Broadcast, and we are announcing that our lines are open at the moment. If you want to make any call, please call +44744 8109-411 +44744 8109-411, or simply call Radio Biafra Skype line, which are Radio Biafra 1 and Radio Biafra 2. These are the platforms through which you can participate in this program. This is Radio Biafra once more. We will go back now to Mazi Uche Asiebo, the head of the directorate. Mazi Uche Asiebo, we all witnessed what happened in Spain last week or 2 weeks ago. Well, yeah, we all witnessed what happened, the official commissioning, the official opening of the Biafra mission in Spain, in Catalonia. And that in its own right is a very symbolic move. And Biafrans, indeed, all genuine Biafrans, I can say, are happy. Is there anything you can tell us more about the significance of that ceremony and what we are expecting in the nearest future? Mazi Asiebu.
Thank you, Uchemefo. Thank you. Uchemefo, as you can see, that is the first embassy of Biafra. And this is just the beginning. This is to stamp our authority to the world that Biafra has come to stay. Uchemefo, we are moving ahead. Before I go on, I will not fail to thank Biafrans in Spain, more especially in Catalan, Barcelona to be precise. I want to thank Biafrans in Valencia. I want to thank the Biafrans in Victoria. I want to thank the Biafrans in Bilbao, the Biafrans in Malaga, and Biafrans in Madrid, of course, the capital of Spain. They did a wonderful job in making sure that that embassy is a reality. And the Uche, as you see, that occasion is just to tell the world that there is nothing stopping the Biafrans. No matter how they try to stop us, we will never surrender. Biafrans has come to stay. We'll be moving forward to Russia any moment from now to open our embassy there, Los Angeles as well. Uche, the Biafrans of 1967 to 1970 will not be the Biafrans of 2013 to 2015. There is nothing we cannot do to make our nations restore back again. Frederick Lugard infliged a perpetual wound in us, and I think my people are beginning to reason that there is no way they cannot live with their country. This Biafra we are talking about is our religion, as our director will always say. And I must tell you, if you are a Biafran and you are sitting on the fence, I will advise you to join the moving train. If you don't join the moving train, the regret will be your portion. That I will assure you. There is no way. We are moving ahead. Sombo Bojito, no retreat, no surrender. There is no way we cannot restore our nation. And again, on the 11th of September, we are heading back to Catalan again to join our allies, the Catalan separatists. We are marching with them, 1 million march in Barcelona. We urge you all, Biafrans, wherever you are, as long as you can travel, we expect you to be in Barcelona on the 11th of September, just to tell the world that we have come to stay. Uche, thank you very much, and thank you, Biafrans all over the world. I'm standing by.
Thank you very much. Of course, that is just a hint of what is to come, because we are marching forward, indigenous people of Biafra moving forward, irrespective of obstacles on the way. Mazi Oyema, Uchen Oyema, we also understand that you were live in that particular ceremony. You were present in that particular ceremony. Is there anything you can tell us about it, and of course on the way forward to all Biafrans?
Oh yes, yes, I was there. Actually, for the first time since I joined the struggle, I cried. I was overwhelmed during the ceremony when there was a little girl that that read something out in Spanish and then in English. She read it so beautifully when she was reading in Portugal and in Spanish language. Even though I don't understand Spanish, I hardly understood the word of what she was saying. But just looking at her and the way she was reading without looking at any documents or anything, and the way she was, stood there and with confidence and without fear or favor in front of all the grown-ups standing there, people taking pictures and recording with mobile devices in presence of the head delegates of the Catalonian struggle. She didn't shake. I was looking at, my mind was going everywhere. I was thinking, wow, this is a Biafran girl, just a little Biafran girl in the midst of everybody here, confident, speaking. And then she changed. After speaking in Spanish, she changed to English. Then I started understanding exactly word by word what she was saying. I couldn't just take it anymore. I shed tears. I turned around and shed tears. And I think that the journey to Spain, the opening of our embassy in Spain, in one way or the other, affected or strengthened my belief in what we are doing. Because just like in everything you do in life, sometimes when it gets tough, sometimes when challenges and difficulties start showing their ugly faces, sometimes you start to, have a bit of not doubt. You kind of question yourself, like, can I do this? And then when you attend an event like that, it gives you a boost of energy, it gives you a boost of confidence that, yes, you can do this. You're on the right track. Or it gives you a more clearer picture of where you're going and how to get there. So the event affected me in a very positive way. And I hope that other countries will copy what Spain, the example that Spain just laid before us. I thank God for somebody like Nonce Rika and his colleagues. Coming from Spain, I must say, that I wasn't expecting anything less from somebody like you. The 2 months I've been working with you, it's been fantastic. It's been a life-changing experience for me. I don't know what to say. I'm just a very happy man since going to Spain and back. And I'm looking forward to attending the Nordic Conference, which I have no doubt that the Nordic coordinators will make us proud. And then I'm also working quietly in the UK to make sure that UK follows suit and open an embassy for us here as well in the UK. But we're still at the early stages. When we start making giant strides, I will inform the general public of how we're developing. At the moment, we're still at the early stages. The Spanish embassy, the Spanish Biafran, the Biafrans in Spain, or Catalonia to be precise, did Biafrans proud. And all I can say is encourage fellow Biafrans worldwide, everywhere in the world, to stand like that little girl stood in front of everybody, grown men and women standing there. She stood there like a Biafran, without shaking, and did everything without looking at any paper. She had to read it by heart, and she did it. So just looking at the way she was standing amongst all this multitude, and she did what she did without making any mistake. That gave me an encouragement that I can stand. If this girl can stand in front of us and did what she did, I can stand anywhere. If the director is traveling everywhere worldwide and speaking boldly without fear of favor, so can I do something, do my own bit from my own side without fear of favor? If UTMF4 is broadcasting and on standby when director is broadcasting all day long, then so can I. If Mio is working hard, so should I. If Don Jirika can go to the Catalonians and convince them to come and support Biafra, why can't I do the same? If Chike Dozium can come from Switzerland and participate and did what he did and continue to do what he's doing for the Biafrans in Europe, why can't I do more? So the question I have for Biafrans this evening is, ask yourself one question. Are you doing enough? When you wake up in the morning, look at yourself very well. Look at your children, look at your wife, and think about your people, the people you left back home, and ask yourself this just one question. Am I doing enough to be free? And if the answer is no, then you ask yourself another question. What do I need to do? How else can I implement? How else can I, affect change positively? How else can I contribute positively to what we're doing? So that's where I'm going to leave it for now until you call me back again. Thank you, Jamaica.
Thank you very much. The coordinator of coordinators, Uchenno Onyema. Of course, your experience in Spain is instructive, and of course, I must say it must be gingering a lot of people. There are some people who are calling Skype, and when they call, it cuts off. I don't know whether it's from them or from Skype line. Please continue calling. I don't know what's going on. And if you want to call, it is not Radio Biafra. You must put Radio Biafra 1. You must put 1 after Radio Biafra or 2. That is Radio Biafra 1 or Radio Biafra 2. That is on Skype. Or you call +44744 8109 +44744 8109 This is Radio Biafra live broadcast, and we are reaching you from London, and we are ably joined this evening by the coordinator of coordinators, Uchenno Onyema, and the head of the directorate, Mazi Uchiasiebu, and the European rep, Mazi Chika Edoziem, and they have been very, very useful to us this evening, in the sense that what you are looking for is here live. If you have any question to ask them within the context of their portfolio, you are more than welcome to do so. And as we do that, we will continue to discuss other things. I don't know whether Mazichi Keduzim has anything to say in this regard. The official opening of the Biafra mission in Barcelona and other sundry issues. You are the European rep, and of course we know that it is not easy. It is not easy. Everybody who is in public service for Biafra and Biafran people must, of course, appreciate the fact that sleepless nights and all sorts of things you are subjecting yourself to are enormous, huge burden on both individuals, physically and spiritually. Is there anything you can tell us in that direction? And of course, what our people need to do? What our people need to do to make sure that the Biafra Restoration Project does not see corruption, and that we will continue to do all we can?
Thank you very much, Martin. Yes, first, I was also in Barcelona at the Barcelona Biafra conference. As a matter of fact, that event was a life-changing event for me personally. Actually, it afforded a lot of us that opportunity to have a discussion one-on-one. And we took away so much from that experience. And what we took away from Barcelona after the director addressed the conference, we will begin to implement in our different jurisdictions in Europe. Of course, the struggle is moving on well, very well, I would say. But we will not deceive ourselves to say that there are no obstacles, there are no difficulties, there are no issues, there are no times when things will want to draw you back, when you will feel like you want to be discouraged. Most of all, we want this to actually move faster than it is moving. But like the COC said, you need to ask yourself, am I doing enough? We all want Biafra today, tomorrow. But are we doing enough to make sure that Biafra comes sooner than later? A point that was very well touched upon in Barcelona was the issue of incorporating the citizens of the countries where we all reside to partake in the struggle for the restoration of the sovereignty of Biafra. We agree that it will not bring us any advantage if we all, as officers, sit in our different homes and thinking that miracle is going to be done. No, we have to go to the field. We have to meet the people in their own areas or positions of operation. We have to evangelize. We have to preach the gospel of Biafra. We must go to the people who can one way or the other support us morally, support us politically, economically, or financially. The ordinary people in Switzerland, the ordinary people in Germany, the ordinary British people, the ordinary Norwegians, Swedes, Danish people, the ordinary Italians. We have to go to the ordinary Spanish people. We need to, engage them one-on-one. We have to explain what is Biafra all about. Why do we need Biafra? Why do we want Biafra? This question, when we ask ourselves this question, then it means that we who have found ourselves in positions of leadership or of guidance, let me use that word, because we are not leading anybody now. We are, I would say, equal, but I think somebody needs to direct things to move on very well. So you need to ask yourself, have I put in the efforts that are necessary in my area of residence to spread the gospel of Biafra and to make sure that every available assistance, every available health are drawn into the struggle. If you are a zonal coordinator in Europe, there is a very great burden and responsibility on your shoulder. If you are a national coordinator, there is a great burden on your shoulder. It is not the work that the director Nnamdi Kanu can do alone. This is not the work that Uche Asiebu can do alone. This is not the work that the COC Mazi Uche now Onyema can do alone. It's even where we have our engineer Uche Mefo working. Where are the engineers of the Biafra land? We need people who can provide their talent. These are all what we need for this struggle to move on. Of course, we need financing, but we also need talented people, because there are a lot of things that we will need your brains to do for us that money cannot buy for us. So I think Europe is doing well, but we can do better. Definitely, we can do better, and we want to do better in Europe. We will not. In fact, it's a fact that Europe is being looked upon to do greatly in this struggle, and Barcelona has opened the door for us. Barcelona has led the way. We will be expecting that in the next couple of weeks or months, we will also have to open other Biafran embassies in Europe, so that our message can be disseminated to the grassroots, so that our people will have a place where they can always go to if they have an issue, wherever they are living, wherever they are residing. Which I think I will stand by, and if any more questions needed my answer, please, I will be glad to do that. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for that, my brother. That was the European rep, Mazi Chike Duziem, talking to the Biafrans, and of course from a lived experience. We will come back to you. We are joined by Barrister Imam Mezu now. We are joined by Barrister Imam Mezu. We want Barrister to say hello to Biafrans before we continue. Barrister? Barrister, are you hearing me? Barrister Mezu, are you there? I don't know. Okay, we will try to get back to Barrister. We'll try to see what is actually going on. We will bring in Barrister when he comes back to us. The line is not very clear now. We will try to get Barrister back. This is Radio Biafra Live broadcast, and we are reaching from London, and we are joined by, of course, the Biafra members of the principal officers of the state, Uchenna Asiebu, who is the head of the directorate. We are also joined by Mazi Uchenna Onyema and Mazi Chike Duziem, and they are giving us updates on the issues affecting the lives of ordinary Biafrans in the zoo called Nigeria, and also in different parts of the world where they are residing in their capacities as the official principal officers of state. We will try to go back to the line to see if we can talk to Barrister Imam Mezu. Barrister, are you hearing me now?
Good evening, Uchemefo.
Good evening, Barrister. Welcome to this program. Biafrans are listening.
Because I had some static sound from the background whilst Uchem Onyema was talking, and I hope things have been clarified. Am I coming clearly?
Yes, Barrister, go ahead.
Good evening, fellow Biafrans. Uchemefo must have some issues, as you will put it, and coming on, and of course to represent myself and to thank all Biafran participants, those who are struggling, doing their best to represent the interest of Biafrans, and those who are doing all they could to make sure about the restoration of Biafra. I thank all of you that are talking on Radio Biafra, all of you that are making all the headlines and trying to support what we do here. May Tukwa Diama bless all of you. Good evening, fellow Biafrans, wherever you are, east, west, north, or south. I have a little issue. That's why I'm just reporting a bit late, but it's better late than to be completely absent. I'm here to thank all of you, to greet all Biafrans, and of course to tell you to remain resolute, because Biafra must come. Biafra is a nation that has been denied and removed, stripped off of our dignities, made slave. But we say enough is enough. And therefore we're working towards the restoration of Biafra, and we must ensure, with all the capable hands on deck, all those who are doing their best in contributions, in manpower, physical ability and agility, if you like, our people are there helping. I thank all of you. For Biafra is not for just one single individual, all of us. It is better you count yourself as one of those who restored Biafra rather than those who are outside. And those who are within doing their best, may Chukwa Biama grant you all your heart desires. May He replenish whatever you've spent here, not only on Radio Biafra, but also in Biafra in general. We thank you, and we praise all of you for all you do. We don't look away. We don't shy away from those who are doing their best. Mokukua, which before you are on desk today, and of course you're doing justice as usual. You're conducting this as perfect as you could. And of course I support your agenda this evening. And of course any of you have their own views, their own opinions, please bring it here. Radio Biafra is formed by people's ideas. We don't have a set policies, but rather is formed from whatever contributions you have given to us. I thank you once again. And I thank all our participants, those directorates, all those are involved in decision making, and those who are doing their best to make sure that Biafra is restored. Thank all of you. I remain here while I listen to further information and, of course, instructions. Good evening.
Thank you, Barrister, for that. Thank you, Barrister. Don't go too far. Please don't go and take any glass of wine. We will be coming back to you very soon, Barrister. Thank you very much. This is Radio Biafra Live broadcast, and we are now going back to the line. We are unequivocally announcing that we are joined by our dear sister, Sister Ebere Chukwuanimog from Biafra land, and we will want to hear what she has to say. First of all, to say hello to Biafrans and all men and women of goodwill from around the world. Sister Ebere.
Yes, Brother Chemefo, good evening from Biafra land.
Good evening and welcome to the program. Go ahead. The world is listening.
All right, Biafrans all over the world, I bring you greetings from Biafra land. I remain your sister, Eberechukwu Anugbogu. I am from Nsukka in Enugu in Biafra land, and I am here on ground in Biafra land doing what you say I should do. And Uche, I sincerely want to congratulate you, salute your courage, salute your effort. I also want to congratulate my brothers who are there with you, especially Barrister Imam Mezu, our head of directorate, Mazi Uchenna Asiebu, the Honorable COC, my own brother, Chika Edoziem. I want to congratulate each and every one of you, and at the same time, I want to express my gratitude to all the national coordinators of IPOB all over the world. You people are doing great work. You are working for your fatherland, and Chukwu Abiyama, who planted you here, who created you and planted you here, who called you to come and serve his people, he will endow you with wisdom, with knowledge, with which to govern, with which to plan for his people. Yes, Uche, there is no two ways about it. What we want is Biafra. What we cry for is Biafra. What we desire is Biafra. Because as long as we remain part of the zoo, we remain slaves. Biafra is all that we want. Biafra is all that we need. And I want to tell you that those of them that are here in Biafra land, those of them that left the comfort of where they were staying, those of them from Malaysia, those of them from Thailand, those of them from USA, like our sister Choma Ahagotu, Ikechukwu Enyago, Chuka Bosa, and Osita Okeke. All of them are fine, we are fine, and we are working for you. Uche, let me stop so far as I wait for whatever question, whatever contribution that will come to me from Biafrans all over the world. I am standing by.
Thank you very much, my sister. Thank you. And we salute your courage. We salute the courage of all indigenous people of Biafra and Biafra land. And we salute the courage of the advanced team of indigenous people of Biafra working with you, Chioma and Ikechukwu and Chuka Bosa and a lot of others whom I cannot remember. You know yourselves. There are also others who are working behind the scene, and of course we are not privileged to name them on air. Biafrans, of course, we have a lot of questions for you. Before you go, or before we go to another person, there are some issues about Africa and African countries. A lot of complaints. People call Radio Biafra on air to be asking about where to see Biafrans in different countries, in Senegal, in Gabon, in other African countries. And we have not been hearing from the Africa rep as often as we should. Is there anything you can tell us about it?
Yes, thank you, Brown Chemefo. Yes, Africa. Our African rep took a leave because the mother is sick at home and needed his attention. But that is not to say that other national coordinators and zonal coordinators are not working hard. For instance, in Senegal, after the 30th May, there was a challenge, but to Chukwu Abbiama be all the glory that the challenge has been sorted out, just like Brauche Nasiribu said. Along the line, along the way, we meet with obstacles. But those obstacles should not take us back. As we meet those obstacles, we move ahead, because for to us it is always forward ever, backward never. Those of them who call from Gabon, those of them who call from Senegal, who come from other parts of Africa, what I want to say is that some of them just call for the sake that they want to call or that they want to attract us. We have Biafrans being fully represented in all these countries. Ordinarily, what you should do as a Biafran, if you find yourself in Senegal and you feel you cannot get access to our people, you don't just call on air. There are things that you should do.
Yes, go ahead. It appears there are some static here. Go ahead. Are you hearing us? No, there is something wrong here. Let us see what we can do about it. We will come back to our sister Rittenberg. Of course, let us try and take this call. The caller on the Skype. Hold on for us, the caller on Skype. Yes, are you hearing me?
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening and welcome to the program.
Yeah, it's Ken and Ichebe calling from Malaysia.
Right, can you raise your voice a bit, please?
Yeah, it's Ken and Ichebe calling from Malaysia.
Okay,
I'm
go
calling
ahead.
from Malaysia. Hello?
Yes, go ahead. Are you hearing me?
Yeah, I'm hearing you. What I want to contribute here is that I'm thanking everybody that is in the editorial board of Radio Biafran. Which for you guys are doing a great work for us. And we are happy that we are now coming up with many ideas. We don't even believe that we are going to go so all this far. But today we are there. And I'm thanking the Chukwu Abbiama to give you people more courage and more protection. Because even in that place you people, you guys are, in London there, I believe that the British government and the people of the British Parliament will not like what you guys are doing. But by the grace of Chukwu Abbiama, he will give you people strength to overcome any obstacle, because we know that the battle ahead is too big, but we are going to come and overcome them. Our enemy cannot win us. We must win our enemy, because Chukwu Abbiama has created that Biafran land. We are no more in the land of that Egypt called the zoo. We have already passed that Egypt. We are now going to our promised land, which is the Biafran. And I thank all of you guys. As you people are organizing this thing, we are solidly behind you guys. I am here in Malaysia. I'm among the people that is in Malaysia. And we are doing our own best to make sure that we pay our dues every month when we do. I thank everybody. God bless Biafra. Long life Republic of Biafra. God bless all of you. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that. Thank you. Of course, we can only continue to improve from where we are. This is Radio Biafra Live Broadcast. Let us see if we can go back to our sister, Rittenberg. I don't know whether this static has stopped. Otherwise, we will continue to do what we are doing. Sister Vera, are you there? No, this is too noisy. This is too noisy. We will come back. We will come back. Let us take this call. The caller on the phone. The caller on the phone, your name and where you're calling from, please. He has cut off. He has cut off. Let us see if we can take this call from Skype. The caller on Skype, give us your name and where you're calling from, please. The caller on Skype, are you hearing me? No, he is not hearing me. Let us go back to the line. Let us go back to the COE, Coordinator of Coordinators, Uchenna Onyema, to also see what he has to say so far, what he has to say. Yes, this the noise is too much. I don't know what's going on. I think there is a serious issue with the line. Are you hearing me now? No, this is not acceptable at all. This is not acceptable. Let us see what we can do. This is Radio Biafra Live broadcast, and we are reaching you from London. And we are joined here by the coordinator of coordinators, Uchenna Onyema, and the European rep, Chika Edoziem, and of course, the head of the directorate, Maze Uche Asiebu, and our sister, Rita Aniborg, who have so far so good done justice to what we want them to be doing for us. We must try to see what we can do in the circumstance to make sure that they give us all the information they need to give us, because they still have a lot to say. They still have a lot to say. Is our sister Rita joined us right now? Is she there? Is the COE there? COC. Sorry. COC, are you there?
Yes, I am. I am here.
Okay, sorry. When you were talking, when you were addressing us, I think there was a very huge static. Can you, for the benefit of our listeners who were not able to hear you, repeat what you were saying? Because I think the line is okay now.
Okay. First of all, apologies to our listeners for the static noise that comes every now and then. As you all know, just like every other program, when you are broadcasting live and direct to from our studios to the worldwide audience and connected via different kind of networks, different people connected to bring you live broadcast. Sometimes when things happen, you have no time to fix it because it's live. So please bear with us. All right. As I was saying before, I wanted to shed more light on what our sister was saying. We have an African rep who his mother is very sick in Biafra land, and his family called him and told him that they need his attention, that the mom wants to see him, that it's been a while since she saw him last. So he requested that we give him time to go and be with his mom. And obviously, we as Biafrans, we try to, support each and everyone, every Biafran or a friend of Biafra that has an issue or a problem, such as what our brother has got at the moment. And we are actively searching for a worthy candidate to take over the office of the African rep, because regardless of what happens, the battle must go on. We must carry on. We must move on. And hopefully, when his mom gets back, well, he will come back and serve Biafra on a different capacity. Our prayers and support is all available whenever he needs it. If Samuel, if you're listening, we are right here beside you. We're not behind you. We're beside you, side by side. If you need any assistance of any sort, please do not hesitate to contact myself or any of the principal officers, which you know very well. About the problems that come up in Africa from time to time. What I'm about to say now is not making excuses for those in Africa, but if you look at the whole picture, how can somebody in Africa, how do you expect somebody in Africa to be functioning and thinking properly when everything surrounding them is against them? It's like being being thrown in the sea and you're swimming against the tide. So it becomes a very difficult thing to do. You need a lot of courage. You need a lot of support. You need determination. You need every help you can get to even make a move. So we are doing everything we can to make sure that whenever any country or any zone is struggling, we'll try our possible best to make sure we, steer them back to, to focus so that our struggle doesn't suffer that much. But unfortunately, things do take time. And like my friend, a good friend of mine said, he describes what we're doing as Orum Badiwe. Orum Badiwe means a voluntary job, a job where you're not getting paid. So sometimes it takes a special kind of person to volunteer his time and money and energy to do something, to do a selfless service to his nation. I mean, like Uchemefo, you normally say to us that a call to serve Biafra is that requires a higher consciousness. You need to be at a certain level of consciousness for you to understand what Biafra stands for and requires from you. So, unfortunately, I would say a lot of Biafrans are not quite there yet. So we have a lot of work to do. I'll go to the Bible and say that there's a quote I like in the Bible as well. That says that the laborers are few, while the harvest is plenty. So we are actively looking for laborers to help us work this vineyard because a few of us cannot do it alone. So I encourage people in Biafra land, in Africa as a whole, if you know that you are capable of holding office for Biafrans, please do not hide or don't wait for somebody to point you out. You can stand up and say, hey, I can do this. I can do this and I can do that. Volunteer yourself. We are trying to build a nation. So there's no skill or talent too small. We need every skill. It doesn't, a blind person, really, even if you're deaf and dumb, there's still a role for you to play in the struggle because we are trying to build a nation. We're not trying to build a small business. We're trying to build a nation that will stand the test of time, a nation that will last for generations upon generations. So it's all hand on deck. Leaving it for a few people to be strong, you watch them struggling, and you stand on the side watching and criticize or saying, oh, it doesn't concern me. This is not the time for that anymore. This is time for everyone, no matter how small or how big you are, to put your ego in the dustbin. If you don't have any self-confidence, it's time for you to grab one, grow some balls, and stand up and fight for something. Or once in your lifetime, stand for something. If you allow me, I can talk to you tomorrow morning, so I better stop here so that others can get in and you take some calls as well.
Right. Thank you very much, the coordinator of coordinators. That was Mazi Uchenno Onyema, of course, doing what he knows best, inspiring Biafrans, and of course, urging them to do what they should do, not to shake their responsibility. We are in this together. This is Radio Biafra Live Broadcast. Let us go back to our sister, Ebere Chukwuaniborg, and after that we will come back to the head of the directorate, Mazi Uchasiebu, and the Africa rep, Chika Edoziem. Sister Rita, are you there?
Yes, Bronche, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes, loud and
Hello?
clear. We are,
All
we are
right.
hearing you. Go ahead.
So sorry. Yes. Okay. So sorry. The line messed up. Yes. I think COC has really dealt with Africa, and everything that he said about Africa is correct, is good. But I just want to chip in this. Biafrans in Senegal, they were doing very, very fine until after 30th May. But to God be the glory, the challenges are over now. They have started their meeting and they are doing very well. Soon and very soon, we'll begin to hear from them, and they have promised us that everything that they left undone within these few that they are going to know is that we enemies all over. We are surrounded by enemies, especially those of them in Africa. But I want to say that the darkness of the zoo cannot consume the light in Biafra. It cannot. This is
Amen.
to say.
Yes, I think.
Of them
Yeah,
in Gabon,
our sister, Sister
in
Bero, will
Morocco,
come back to you. I think.
even and of them in Ghana. I want to.
Yes, I think the line is not very okay. Let us come back to you, Sister Ebere Anibog, so that you complete what you were saying.
All right.
Okay, is it
All
okay
right.
now? Is it okay? I think your voice is a bit okay now. The line is a bit okay. Can you continue, please?
Okay.
Oh, no, it's still the same thing. Let us see if that line will improve. That line will improve. Let us go to the head of the directorate, Mazi Uche Asiewu, to give us his perspective on what has been discussed so far, and of course, the direction he thinks that we should be going. There are a number of things we need to discuss. There are the issues of the unity of Biafrans, the issues of those who are telling us that it is only the legal method that will lead us to Biafra restoration. And they have continued to make case upon case, trying to uh, force things down the throat of others. We are going to look into that. The legal method of acquiring uh, sovereignty, the legal method of acquiring independence. We have not heard it before. We are hearing it for the first time, and we need to clarify issues in those areas. Let us go to the head of the directorate, Mazi Ucha Sebu, to get his perspective on the issues. We will, of course, go to Barrister Imam Mezu very soon to also hear what he has to say.
Thank you. Thank you, Chairman Paul, and thank you, Biafrans all over the world. First of all, I must welcome our Sister Ebere Chukwu Anibogo, Ada Biafra, as I used to call her. Uchemefo, I want to tell you one thing. Like I said earlier, in this struggle, there will be so many challenges. But what matters most is how we tackle the challenges. Of course, there is no way you can triumph without challenges. So Biafrans all over the world, especially the coordinators, the zonal coordinators, the PROs, the secretary, the reps, and the COC as well. Everybody is doing his job, and to the best of my knowledge, they are doing what they're supposed to be doing. And Uchemefo, about what happened in Africa, especially in Senegal, there is nothing. Of course, what do you expect in a continent where there is no rule of law? What do you expect? But I thank God today, Senegal is now standing on their feet. And I know Senegal will be formidable back again. We always anchor on Senegal, and we know they will do well. And like challenges about our struggle, Uchem, if I want to tell you one thing, whatever you are doing in this world, if you don't have challenges, brother, just know you are not doing it right. Challenges must come. The most important thing is how you tackle that challenges. Biafra is our country, and all we'll be doing now is to restore Biafra. Before Nigeria, there is Biafra. And now we have come to say we want Biafra, and nothing but Biafra. The whole world, they are watching this Hausa Fulani Marudas, killing our people every day, raping our women in the farm, keeping our brothers in a perpetual puda. But I tell you, Uche, weeping may tarry through the night, but surely joy must surely come in the morning. Today, we are struggling to restore our country. A time will come where we'll be singing hallelujah. I know it's not going to be easy. And the cynics, I want to assure the cynics that what they said we couldn't do, I promise them we must surely do it. There is no way going back. For those of you who don't still believe that Biafra is real, I want to tell you one thing today. It is high time you start planning how to restore Biafra. If we triumph, it will be a joy. If we fail, it's going to be a doom. So the earlier you start doing something, the better for you. There is no way we keep on living like this, like animals, in our own country. Most of us today is living in diaspora, brain drain. Most of us are graduates, but in diaspora here, what we are doing is manual jobs just to make the end living. But I tell you, if you put your hands on deck today, we will surely get Biafra. Let me address the issue of our principal officers. Please, all the zonal coordinators, anywhere you are coordinating, make sure you coordinate well. Make sure the people of Biafra is well taken care of. Do not hoodwink or try to intimidate anybody. I want to assure you, in this second phase of this struggle, it's only command and control. You must be loyal. Zonal coordinators remain loyal to national coordinators. National coordinators always be loyal to your reps, while the reps must be loyal to COC. COC in turn must be loyal to the directorate. Directorate will be answerable to the commander-in-chief of this struggle, who no other person than Nnamdi Okukano, and our deputy director, Uchemefo, of course, indomitable Imam Mezu, the man, the attorney in charge. If Biafra comes today, Imam Mezu knows that he's going to be our attorney. The head of, I don't know how to put it, the head of, in fact, our spring commander.
The legal department of
the legal department is going to head it, because Imam Mezu is doing a wonderful job.
The Ministry of Justice.
Hello?
Yes, go ahead. I'm saying the Ministry of Justice.
Okay, the Ministry of Justice. Thank you, Uchemefo, for that correction. You know, sometimes if you don't sip this wine that barrister is sipping, you get confused in a time. But I think, Uchemefo, you've just done a good job there by bringing me back to the real firm. Before I go on again, I will always tell the zonal coordinators, as I said earlier, always do your job. You will have obstacles. Your people will call you names. They will say you are this, you are that. You're eating their money. It's normal. Just keep doing what you are doing. The most important thing is your hands are free. Your hands are very, very clean. That is the most important thing. Do not soil your hand. As the director will always say, you must be whiter than snow. Whiter than snow at all times. Biafra is our country, and Chukwu Abiyama is with us. Chukwu Abiyama said that we should come, and you must remain focused. Our struggle is our struggle. Our struggle is our struggle. It's not for any other person. It's only our struggle. So I urge you all to remain focused. Thank you, Shemefo. I will be standing by.
Thank you very much. Thank you, the head of the directorate. That was Mazi Uche Asiebu. Let us go to Barrister Imam Mezu now to get his perspective on issues. And after that, we'll go back to the European rep, Mazi Chika Dosiem. Barrister?
Uchemefo.
Yes, Barrister. This is Radio Biafra Live Broadcast. You are live on this program. The world is listening.
Thank you, Uchemefo. The line was very static for nearly half an hour.
Yes.
And when I tried getting back to you, I couldn't even get through because the line was not very conducive. Even when Uche Nonyema, COC, was talking, it still wasn't very comfortable. As I said, good evening, fellow Biafrans. And of course, we're sharing ideas, bringing out opinions. And of course, any of you, all of you, you are entitled to bring out your ideas. Radio Biafra was formulated on the ideas of Biafrans, not on the ideas of the editorial board or Directorate of State, but for all of you. So feel obliged to get in your own ideas and your own views so that we can know what you have in mind, because all of you are supporting what we are doing here on Radio Biafra. We thank you all the time, and every time we are very hopeful very optimistic. My assurance to all of you is that Radio Biafra editorial board is votive. When I say the word votive, in our commitment to the restoration of Biafra. We can never look back, look sideways, or look back behind. We are forging ahead, we are moving ahead to restoring Biafra. Because that's the only dignity we have. That's the only way we can assure our people that we haven't lost everything. We have been enslaved, marginalized, brutalized, but we've come of age where we have known what is happening to us. One thing is you don't know your trouble or your problem. You will not solve it. But once you know where the problem is coming from, it is as easy as solved. I am on the side of Radio Biafra Restoration. For every argument, for every support, for every respect is given to Chukwu Abiyama, who is propagating via us to restore Biafra. And of course, my ideas and every other people's idea will suffice. This is Radio Biafra, as which before and director will put it. I'm standing by.
Barrister, for that, of course, Barrister has always and as constant as possible remained resolute and remain focused. And we are all benefiting from his wealth of experience. This is Radio Biafra Live Broadcast. We will now go back to the European rep, Mazi Chike Doziem, to see what he has to say. Chika, if there?
Yes, Uche, I'm here. Thank you very much. Uche, if you can permit me to just touch on one of the news items that you read at the beginning of the broadcast about the Enyimba city is a failed city and TAOG equally a failed governor. Biafrans, what you people need to know, or what you have to realize, is that the decay that has become about once the pride of Igbo land, once the pride of Biafra, is just a tip of the iceberg. If you ever had the opportunity to tour Biafra land, beginning from the River Niger, Onitsha Headbridge, down to the tributaries where the water empties in the ocean, you will see the decay that has become our land, that has become Biafra land. I had the opportunity at the beginning of the year to travel around, and when I visited the Imo State University, the supposed institution of higher learning, I couldn't believe my eyes. A place where students were meant to sit to receive lectures. My goodness, I can't describe it, but it was an eyesore. This has been programmed to make us, they want to give us education that is substandard. Every necessary amenity, infrastructure that will give our people the opportunity to be creative. Either they have been closed down or they are left to rot away. And then the social engineering, what is happening when you don't have an opportunity in your place where you say you belong to? What else do you do? The youths, Biafrans are very resourceful people. And individually, everybody wants to by his own gifted strength that Chukwuemeka gave us. He would try, he wouldn't want to sit at home to wait for food to come on his table. He would look for means or ways and places where he can make ends meet. And that is what results in our people traveling deserts and swimming oceans to come to Europe. After you have read to become a medical doctor, you have spent 6, 7 years, 5 years studying in the university. You come to Europe and you take what they give you. You beg, actually. You plead to be given anything. Are we going to allow that condition to continue? No, we won't. We won't allow it to continue. And that is why this wonderful movement for the restoration of Biafra is gathering wonderful steam. It's gathering steam, very big one. People may not be on first hand seeing what is going on, how far we have gone. If you, those who started, who began when our website was black, if you began at that time to follow the Biafra and now see how far we have gone, you will know that we are making a lot of progress. And to top it off, the stage we are in is a stage of action, Biafra. The stage that we are in is the stage where we have to undo that which has been done to put us down. The stage that we are in is a stage where your widow's mite is required. You don't have a choice, actually, except you want to be a perpetual slave. I, Chika Edoziem, I don't want to be a slave. And that is why, by the grace of the Almighty Chukwuemeka, the means that he has given me, I will use to make sure that Biafra comes. Now, you individuals, a Biafran, I am addressing Europe specifically. We have said, we have tasked ourselves to make sure that we bring this second stage to a speedy and successful conclusion. And this is not, we are not going to do this only by talking. We have to put action to our words. And we have said that Europe will contribute a specific amount of money to make sure that we get the materials that are necessary to bring us over to the other side. That we get the wherewithal for which we will use to change our condition, Chukwuemeka being our strength and our help. Indigenous people of Biafra in different countries has been mandated by the Directorate of State more than a month now. Get registered in your country as indigenous people of Biafra and use that registration to open an account in the name of the indigenous people of Biafra. I am appealing to our national coordinators. I'm appealing to the zonal coordinators in Europe. And I am appealing to Biafrans in Europe. Please, this work will be a unity work. Every hand must be on deck to make sure that this objective is achieved. Those countries that are having difficulties for now, if your country hasn't opened an account, please, to make it easier for you or for that country to be able to make their contribution for the Biafran Restoration Fund. An account has been made available to Germany and to Greece. These accounts are opened in the name of the indigenous people of Biafra. Any other country that has the same problem, please do not hesitate. I am addressing myself now to the national coordinators. If you know that your country has not opened an account, because we heard our director say we don't want the money of Biafrans to go into private accounts. If you know that your country has not done what you're supposed to do to make sure that the contributions of Biafrans who are waiting to give their widow's mind for this stage we're in, please do not hesitate to contact me, and an account of the indigenous people of Biafra will be made available to your country. And we cannot wait for Chukwuabema to come down from heaven. After having given us every enablement, after having given us every gift, the wisdom, we can do it. Yes, we can. And I am believing the Almighty Chukwuabema that as you listen this evening, begin to put your words into action. First, go about and evangelize to the citizens of your resident country. Tell them about Biafra. Tell them why you want to go away, why you need to be free. We were all born free men. Tell them why there is a need, an exceeding need for Biafra. If you as a coordinator does not know why you wanted Biafra, honestly, you don't have to be there. You need to educate yourself to know why so that you can convince people why you need Biafra. So I am appealing to all of you, don't sit in your comfort zones and waiting for the director to feed you all the time with information. You have to go and get information, as you have to go to get your freedom. Freedom is not free. I will stand by for further questions if I'm called to do so. Thank you very much, Uche.
Thank you very much, my brother. That was the voice of the European rep, Chike Duziem. We will go to the coordinator of coordinators, Uchenna Onyema, to see whether he has anything to say in this direction. There are a lot of challenges on the way, and a number of us are lagging behind for one reason or the other. We want to see whether there is any encouragement or any headway he can suggest to all indigenous people of Biafra in different countries where they are, for them to emulate. It is not easy to be a coordinator. It is not also easy to be the coordinator of coordinators or Africa or European or America or Asian rep. It is not easy, but it takes a dint of effort, perseverance, and doggedness for us to be where we are supposed to be, because Biafra is a different kind of struggle. Biafra stands for a number of things. Biafra stands for justice, it stands for the truth, it stands for freedom, and indeed it represents a group of people, and it is indeed our country. And so we are in a particular circumstance. Times are different for us. we are in a particular condition. We are not the same with other people, and that is why we are special, because we are the people of God. Let us go to the COC, Mazuchenna Onyema, to see what he has to tell us.
Okay, greetings once again. There's nothing much to add to what Chika Edoziem and Rita and Barista and everyone has been saying this evening. I think for anyone that considers his or herself a Biafran, I don't think they need much convincing. I mean, it didn't take much convincing to get me to stand up and fight for what I believe in. I believe a Biafran person, once you hear the gospel of truth, the gospel of Chukwuabiama, the gospel of Biafra, you awaken something inside you. Something inside you tells you to stand up and do something. Something inside you, instructs you to, it motivates you to move.
What is happening? Is it the COC's line? I don't know. If it is COC's.
I can hear you.
Okay.
I can.
All right. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. As I was saying, I said the first day I heard this gospel, right from the first day I heard it, something inside me started troubling me. The first day I listened to Director speak, I turned off the device. I couldn't. It was I found it a bit harsh, but when I went back to when I turned it off and I tried to sleep, I couldn't. My mind keeps going back to what is this man talking about? It keeps bothering me. The next day, I tuned in again. I listened a bit longer than I did the first day, and I turned off again. Still, I couldn't sleep. It got worse. So it got to a point where if I don't listen to the broadcast, then I don't feel good. I feel like listen. I need to listen to what this man is saying, because I believe that I am a Biafran through and through. My dad was a Biafran soldier, and all these years that Masob and all these criminals, crooks, that come up and set up a few organization here and there, trying to dupe Biafrans and make money for themselves. All this while that they've been campaigning and talking about Biafra, it never touched me. But when I hear the voice of director on that radio that day, just over a year ago now, something happened to me. Something touched me. Then the more I listen, the more answers I get to the questions, numerous questions I had in my head. Hello?
Yes, go ahead. We are listening.
Okay. So at some point, I said to myself, how long will I keep listening and listening? I'm pacing about my house like a lunatic. Maybe I need to do something. Maybe I need to ask more questions. Maybe I need to investigate more. Maybe I need to write down things. When he's speaking, I need to write down, take notes, and then research. Investigate his claims and everything he's saying. Try and investigate it, and then maybe you get some answers, and then you can get some sleep. And that was exactly what I did. I started writing down everything and playing and replaying every broadcast numerous times and listening to it. And then everything he quotes, I go back and check it. And whenever I check it, it comes back from bang on the truth. You see, the truth is you can never hide the truth. You can only try to cover it up, but it will always outshine. It will always come out shining. And then I made up my mind. I need to do something. And this man has reminded me who I am. The story that my dad didn't finish telling me, this man is actually telling me more than my dad did. And he's a young man like me. So I decided that I need to be proactive in my pursuit of Biafra. I will not be somebody sitting back and listening. I need to grab the bull by the horn. I need to get rid of my fear. If my dad found it worthy to stand up and take up the gun and fight for Biafra, and I know my dad was not a violent man. I know my dad was a good man. I know he was a peace-loving man. For him to pick a gun and start fighting, something he must be fighting. He must be fighting for a just cause. That inspired me to listen more and do more and start participating actively in what we are doing as Biafrans. And here we are. And this is just the beginning. Let me just take us to a different direction. Uche, you know, I don't like talking about the zoo politics, so I will not go there. And I wish you don't ask me. I pray you don't ask me any question with regards to the zoo.
Yeah, go
Anything
ahead.
happening in
Go
the
ahead
zoo.
and yeah, go
For me,
ahead and say.
the zoo doesn't exist as far as I'm concerned. It's expired. So whatever that's happening there is like something happening in the fantasy world. It's a cuckoo in a cuckoo land. It doesn't concern me. So I'll go straight to how we can spread this word, the word of the gospel of Biafra, to all the corners, to every nook and corner of this planet, and you know, get an effective result and achieve something. Now, the secret word, the magic word, is how do I say it? I don't know how to put it, the right word to use for it. But I think consistency is the word I'm looking for. Consistency. Consistency is the word. When we went to Spain for the event to open our embassy, I noticed that some of our coordinators, both zonal and national, they were part-time coordinators. Some people, you know, preach the gospel when they're comfortable, when they've been to the restaurants and eating and their stomach is full, then they start talking about Biafra. For me, Biafra is a full-time job. Biafra is a full-time job. Biafra is what I do morning, afternoon, night, even when I'm working. I open my door in the morning, I say good morning to you, and I ask you if you heard about Biafra. All day long, it doesn't stop. Because in the Igbo say, no onye ọ na-agba ọsọ anaghị akwụsị unless na ihe na-achụ ya ọsọ kwụsịrị ịchụ ya nọ. And onye be ihe na-agba ọkụ anaghị achụ oke. When your house is on fire, you don't leave, you don't go running after rats, chasing rats. When you know that the fire will chase out the rat or kill the rat. So what we're doing, most of our people, I don't think they know that we are in a state of war. I don't know if they listen to the news or if they hear, if they do speak to their people, or they know that Islam is approaching. Islam is already, Boko Haram is already in our land. It is not a joke. It is not a propaganda. It's not rumor. These are facts. The danger is at the door. So it's up to us. Either we hide under our wife's wrapper or hide behind the sofa or behind the bed. Eventually, when they knock at the door, they will break the door down and they come and slaughter you. So we have only one choice here. We have only one choice here. The only choice we have is to stand up and defend ourselves. We need to stand up. There's no time to hide away anymore. We need to buy weapons. We need to get the news down to the most remote part of Africa. We need to, equip our people with the knowledge and the materials that they need to defend themselves. Thank God we have the radio that's broadcasting via satellite and internet at the moment, but that's not good enough. But for us to take it beyond what we've done so far, we need finance, we need money. And if we, the coordinators, zonal and national and intercontinental rep and also myself, if we don't advertise, if we don't preach the word of Biafra, this gospel of Chukwu Abiyama on daily basis, constantly, without ceasing, if we don't do that, then we are failing in our collective responsibility to spread that gospel. We need more people to join the struggle. We need more people to contribute as little as you can. If 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people contribute a penny, it makes a pound. So, therefore, we must come together and evangelize constantly. People need to exchange their Nike t-shirt, their Adidas t-shirt, their Chelsea top, their Arsenal t-shirt, please change it and put on a Biafran t-shirt. Put on Biafran t-shirts. Put on Biafran jackets. Put on Biafran, whatever you're wearing, make sure there's a piece of Biafran item on you every day, advertising and spreading the word. And don't leave your house without a leaflet. If you're a businessman, you don't walk around without your complimentary card and ready to talk to people about your business on daily basis. At any little chance you want to talk to people about your business. Biafra should be our business at the moment now. Biafra. Biafra should be Biafra is the key word, nothing else. So we must be consistent. We must be consistent. Every time you turn on the telly, you don't see Coca-Cola advert today, and then you don't see it for another month. You see Coca-Cola advert every blessed day. So we must tell people about Biafra every blessed day. Because the few people that are doing it, there's a limit to how much we can contribute. There's a limit to how much people we can reach. But if we all join hands together to spread this gospel, if we all make it our duty to advertise this brand, Biafra, if we all see Biafra as our religion, as our only key to proper freedom, then we will do something. And then when we do it, whatever we do positively towards the spreading the word and the gospel of Biafra, the everyday consistency, every little helps. Consistency. Some countries, after the 30th of May, they all disappeared. Some people went to sleep. How can you just come out once in your life and then go to the center of the city where you live in and do one thing for one day, for a few hours, not even a whole day, somewhere only 2 hours. Some people evangelize, some people observe the ceremony for about 2 hours, 3 hours, and that was it, they disappeared. How do you expect Biafra to come that way? I mean, today, in Croydon, where I live, today, the Kurds, the Iraqi Kurds, people from Kurdistan, they were, protesting the whole day. The whole day in Croydon, they were walking around, singing and shouting and whatever they were shouting, making the loudest noise all day long. And I'm sure tomorrow they will be doing the same in various parts. Biafrans, what is wrong with us? Why are we so relaxed? We are not behaving like people that are being killed. We are not behaving like displaced people. We're not behaving like people that are actually homeless. We are actually homeless. We are in exile, whether you know it or not. So I don't know how much we need to shout here on the radio or at the forums or at the meetings. I don't know how much more we need to talk to encourage even especially the principal officers, especially the coordinators themselves. If you are not proud to advertise the brand Biafra on a daily basis, how do you expect the people under you to be advertising when you are not leading by example? How will somebody know that you're talking about Biafra, that your people are being killed? How would you expect people to know that you're in exile? You're like perambulating the whole world like a homeless person. If you don't advertise, if you don't make them, if you are a shy person, all you need to do is put a badge on that says Biafra, put a t-shirt on that says Biafra. That name Biafra attracts people. People will start asking you, what is Biafra? Spread the word. Don't say too much. Don't say more than you know. While you're doing all that at your own spare time, make sure you research, study, know who you are, know what you're talking about. I'll stop here because I'm starting to get a little bit angry.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much. That was the coordinator of coordinators, Mazi Uchenna Onyema. Of course, his has been very direct and very effective indeed. And it is also very important that we recognize that this kind of people, the people who have held positions within the indigenous people of Biafra family and who have actually tested it on the field, should always encourage us. That is why it is very important. That's my suggestion, that we should be rotating this on our programs. We should be hosting coordinators, continental reps, and other principal officers of state, for others to be able to ask them questions or to hear from them. That is, if you ask me, one of the effective ways through which we will be able to inform ourselves and to also move forward. Let us see if we can take the call from the phone. The caller on the phone. The caller on the phone, your name and where you're calling from, please. The caller on the phone.
This is Ibe Obunna calling from one of the stages of the zoo, Abuja.
Thank you very much. Welcome to the program.
Thank you. Please, I want to thank those of you that are into this struggle. And I want to tell you that what is going on. And I want to suggest that we make this something known in every nook and cranny of Biafra land by going on radio. That's a radio station instead of satellite. Please, that's just my suggestion. Thank you.
Sorry, that we should go to radio stations. I don't understand.
Go on, so that we can equally extend to radio. That's a radio wave.
Yes. You said you thank all of us who are in this struggle. Are you not in this struggle as well?
I'm in the program. I'm in the struggle as well. That's why I'm an ardent listener. Since I started listening, there is no day, night and morning that I have not tuned to it.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, my brother. Is anybody on our panel, Sister Rita Nuborg? I don't know whether you have any response to what our brother said or what's anything else you can say in the circumstance. Sister Berra, are you there? No, it appears she is not there. Can we go to, let us go to Barrister Imam Mezu and see whether Barrister has anything to tell us. Barrister?
Which am I for?
Yes, Barrister, the world is listening.
What is going on is perfect. The brother who just called now, of course, not very sure if he's talking to you or he's talking to Radio Biafra, is doing testing. We are not here for testing. We've been tested and verified and approved. Anybody calling Radio Biafra, you don't need to test. We are authentic. We are here to stay, and we are working for the restoration of Biafra. I welcome all our brothers from East, West, North, and South, because all they are saying are part of what we are propagating here. Radio Biafra is for everybody. It is for the indigenous people of Biafra. COC was talking to you earlier about his dad and what is happening and the way he sees life. And I endorse it, because the way he is the way he has put the indigenous people of Biafra kingdom on a front line. Not only when he passed it on to Festus Anekwe, it's like he's still there, because nothing changed. He's still effective as he is. He's still glorious as he has been, and it's very viable as he has always been. COC talks as he performs. Omio is my own man. Director directly puts him into that position, and I cannot fault this guy. He's somebody who does things in a very methodical manner. He does not rush things. I myself, Uchemefo, I don't rush things either. And of course, Uchemefo is number one, who takes his time to do things, and he does it properly. When you take your time to do things, you get effective results. That I believe, and that I'll recommend for my people. When you speedily chew a palm kernel, the rest of the flesh will be eaten by ants. So whatever our people do, please take your time to do it so that you get a very good result. Do not rush into anything you will not achieve. But then again, our people will say, when you rush things, you will, of course, prevent some happenstances. Sometimes I don't have, our language is full of idiomatic expressions. I don't know whichever way we should follow, whichever for. The reality is, we are here to stay, and Biafra must be restored. Thank you. I'm standing by.
Thank you, Barrister, for that. Thank you. That is very instructive, as always. Let us see if we can have any perspective from the head of the directorate before we go to the European representative and our sister, Rita Aniborg. Rita Ebelechukwu Aniborg.
Thank you, Ucheme, for the Deputy Director. Thank you very much. And thank you, Barrister Imam Mezu. That was a wonderful rendition. I always call you Rock of Gibraltar. Barrister Imam Mezu, the Attorney General of the Federation. You are there. I thank the COC, Uchenna Onyema. Uchenna Onyema is the bomb. Uchenna Onyema don't believe in talking. He put in everything in action. As well as Chika Idoziem, the European representative. I appreciate whatever you are doing. You are energizing the base. The Europeans are seeing your good handwork. And you must continue. and I always appreciate whatever you do. And also, Ada Biafra, Berachukwu Anebogo, Adannaya, keep doing what you are doing. Each time you speak, you touch a lot of souls. You must keep doing what you are doing. Like the barrister rightly said, if we rush things, we're gonna make mistakes. We will take things one after the other, and we must surely get there. Biafra is ours. Chukwu Abiyama has decreed that he will restore Biafra to us. All we need to do is to do the right thing. Be truthful at all times. Biafra will be ours. As you know, the hour has come. Our grandfathers and our fathers may have failed, but I know failure will never be our portion. Today, we are building a formidable country, a country that will last forever, a country that our children and our children's children will live and enjoy. We want to exonerate ourselves from this Buddha called zoo. That is not our portion. Every day they kill our people. All we can hear from our government is endorsing Goodluck Jonathan. All we can hear from our stakeholders, the so-called politician, is Goodluck Jonathan 2015. And that virus has spread to all over in diaspora. You see our people campaigning for Goodluck Jonathan 2015. The same Goodluck Jonathan Ebele, whom the Southeast voted for massively 2011. Till today, this same Goodluck Jonathan, second Niger Bridge, we're still testing the soil. And my people will come and tell me, Goodluck Jonathan will believe. But anyway, I don't tell you not to believe whatever you want to believe, but I tell you, Biafra or nothing. Biafra or nothing. Life itself don't worth living without Biafra. So, I urge you, if you have not paid your defense fund, this is the time for you to do it. Starve yourself of this fund. Make sure you pay your defense fund so we can restore our Biafra. If you are in this struggle and you are still doubting what we are doing, you better zoom off. You must believe in Biafra before you start coordinating. If you are a coordinator and you don't know your work, I know history will never judge you right. Make sure you always coordinate well. Make sure you tell the people the truth at all times. Make sure you update yourself with the latest information through the directories, to the COC, to the reps. Make sure you attend meetings. If you don't attend meetings, you will never know what we are doing. Make sure you listen to Radio Biafra so you can equip yourself with knowledge. Director Nnamdi Kanu and our Deputy Director Uche Mefo is here to give you the lessons, and you will always make sure you are listening to Radio Biafra. Before I drop, I will always emphasize on one thing. I want to talk to Biafrans, the coordinators, and Biafrans all over the world. Though one way or the other, you will have misunderstanding in your zone, I will urge you always report to the appropriate quarter. Coming to air, saying about your problem is not the ideal thing. If you have problem with your zonal coordinator, make sure you call the national coordinator to settle the matter or report to appropriate quarter. coming to air is prohibited. From henceforth, we will not entertain any matter on air. Make sure you remain loyal in your zone, in your country, remain loyal to your rep, remain loyal to your COC, and remain loyal to the directorates, and remain loyal to the editorial board of Radio Biafra, comprising our Commander-in-Chief, Nnamdi Kanu, our Deputy Director, Uche Mefo, Barrister Imam Mezu, and our own Lolo, Caro Monde. Caro Monde, my God will heal you. Nothing will ever happen to you. You will go with us to Biafra, and you will enjoy the fruit of your labor. You have suffered so much for this country. Every day I pray for you, so you may see Biafra. Uche Mefo, thank you for the wonderful job. Thank you for all you're doing for Biafra. Chukwu Abiyama will be with you. Chukwu Abiyama will bless your family. And my director, wherever you are now, Chukwu Abiyama will bless you and bless your family. Thank you, Biafrans all over the world. Thank you so much. And Uche Mefo, I'm standing by for now. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much, my brother. That was the head of the directorate, Mazi Uche Asebu. And of course, I say amen to all your prayers, to all indigenous people of Biafra, to our dear Lord Okaro Monday. We are all with you and we are praying for you to come back to us very soon. We also uh, want to use this opportunity to, of course, make it abundantly clear that the second phase of this struggle, just like the head of directorate has indicated, is not about gossiping. It is about action, action, and action. Otherwise, we will not find ourselves anywhere. That is why it is very important that every principal officer of state, anybody holding position of authority in Biafra, must account for it. Let us take this call, and after that, we will go round to get the synopsis of this program because we're almost going to 3 hours. The caller on the phone, your name and where you're calling from, please.
Good evening, Uche.
Good evening. Welcome to the program. Your name and where you're calling from, please.
My name is Amadeus Chukwumekege. I'm from Olo in Olu local government, Biafra land. I'm calling from Italy. I'm a PRO indigenous people of Biafra in transition zone.
Thank you very much. Welcome to the program.
Yes, I wanted to suggest a way forward for this our struggle. There is something going on in Eastern land now about New Yam Festival where people are going. So I would like to advise coordinators at home.
My brother, can you try a bit to speak up?
I want to advise our coordinators at home in Biafra land to try and know where some New Yam festivals are happening, for them to go there and share their flyers, let them know what is going on. And also, all the internet points at Biafra land, they should also go there and paste their posters and let them know what is going on. So this can also help us for people to know what is going on. And secondly, after our rally, some people, it seems that they backslide after hearing the defense fund. You can see now, sometimes many people are calling director, let it start today, let it start tomorrow. After the defense fund was mentioned, some of them just get inside. And since that time, not hearing director, let it start today, let it start tomorrow. Problem our people have is money. Some don't emulate the life of sacrifice. They want Biafra by mouth. They don't want to do something. They don't want to contribute. But they want Biafra to come so that we jump home and just go and start Biafra. I want to encourage every coordinator to keep on trying. It's not an easy work. Our people, when money issue mentioned, they just finding it difficult. But I believe all those hardcore Biafrans, they will still stand. Those people who have entered inside, they are noise makers. They have gone inside because of money issue. So I want to advise some coordinators and zonal coordinators to also try hard and know what they can do and how to make sure that this struggle we march forward and we get to the end of the whole struggle. Thank you. I thank all the editorial board of Radio Biafra for what they are doing. Since I started listening to the Radio Biafra, I've learned a lot in my life. So I thank the initiative of this Radio Biafra. God will bless you people and we will see Biafra in our future life. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, brother. Keep on keeping on. This is Radio Biafra Live broadcast, and we will go back to the panelists. We'll go back to our panelists to get their closing remarks. We will go to them to for them to give us their closing remarks, because we will be descending to ending this program very soon. We will start with our sister, Eberechukwu Aniborg. I don't know whether she is hearing us. Sister Eberechukwu Aniborg, please, can you give us your closing remark so that we descend to end this program, because it is already 11 minutes past 11 p.m. Biafra time. I don't know whether she is there. If she is not there, let us go to the European rep, Mazi Chika Edoziem. Chika, if there. Well, not sure what is happening. Are you hearing me? It's
Hello.
right. It appears this is from me. This is from me. I tuned down the volume, and I was even expecting people to be talking. Thank you, Sister Rita Bera Nuborg. Please, can you give us your closing remark? Thank you.
Yes, I think you can hear me now.
Yes, I can. I can.
Okay. Without wasting much time, Biafrans all over the world, what I want to leave you with this night is that the era, the stage, the phase of crying, of pleading, of begging is gone. This is the phase of action, action, action. And one may ask, why do we need this action? We need this action because our land is under siege. Our mothers are being raped, our children are being killed, our children are being starved, but none is there to help us out. I want to tell you that prayers and fasting cannot help us much at this time, because God has given us everything that we need to take back our land. God gave us a land that is filled with milk and honey. Our enemies have come, they are occupying, they have seized, and we will not want them to continue. We will not want them to continue. Why should they continue? What is happening to our people? Our people are dying every day. There is unemployment. There is prostitution. There is destitution in our land. Our mothers are being raped daily by the uncircumcised Hausa Fulani infidels. Right here in Biafra land, our daughters have their babies and they sell them off to buy weavon, to buy food, and to buy cream and to buy soap. It cannot continue. Biafrans, do you know that heart attacks are sending parents to early grave in Biafra land? Because when they finish training their children in the university, these children will come out and they will have no job. I think you know that for every man that sows, what he expects is to reap. But after sowing and you don't reap, I don't think you will be a happy person. We must take our destiny into our hands, like the biblical Esther that we know. If we try to do this, if we perish, we perish. But I know that Chukwu Abiyama will not allow us to perish. He will not allow us. That we fought before and we failed does not mean that we cannot fight again and win. We have the soldiers here. We have the boys who are ready, who are willing to go to the battle. But what we want, what we need is the groundnut and the banana. When you give them the groundnut and the banana, they will go and get Biafra for us. They will go and restore Biafra for us. And Biafrans here in Biafra land and those of them in the zoo, what are you doing? Are we just leaving everything for our brothers in the diaspora? I know that majority of you here are more comfortable than those of them in diaspora. Onurubenwa na-agba n'ọsọ. That you have money and you are enjoying, and your brothers and sisters are sorrowing. If you die even in that your money, you will die a painful death. There is war already in Nigeria, whether you like it or not. There is war. And what I want to tell those of them who are cowards, who are afraid, is that something must kill a man. It is not only Biafra war that can kill you. Something must kill a man. If you don't die through Ebola, you will die through HIV. You will die through headache. You will die through malaria. You will die through typhoid. You can equally die by accident. So why not come out to fight to free your people? Why not come to fight to free your people? A lot is happening in Biafra land. That if you go from one street to the other, you will cry. You will cry. A lot is happening. Why are we saying that people are ignorant? We are afraid that police want to arrest us if we wear Biafra t-shirts. Why would they arrest you? Because you don't know your right. If you know your right, though they will arrest you, but you will come out. Because you have the right to choose where to belong. Originally, God made you a Biafran. And one merchant, Frederick Lugard, sold us to the Yorubas, sold us to Hausa Fulanis. This is the right time for us to do a U-turn and come back to our land. And tonight I want to decree that any Biafra man, woman, boy or girl that campaigned for one Nigeria will be destroyed alongside Nigeria. And anyone who campaigned for Jonathan 2015 will die before that election. What we want is Biafra. What we need is Biafra. We want Biafra so that we will begin to enjoy the natural things that God has endowed us with. Imagine us marching on wealth and we are living in abject poverty. God bless Biafra. Uchemefo, God bless you. For every man, every woman, boy or girl who identified him or herself into this struggle, Chukwu Abiyama will bless you. Chukwu Abiyama will bless you. Chukwu Abiyama will protect you. Chukwu Abiyama will provide for you. Biafra women worldwide, I am proud of you because you are doing what you're supposed to do. But it is not over until it is over. Until we get Biafra, no one will go to sleep. Until we get Biafra, no one will slumber. Karamonde, God bless you. Your love for Biafra, your love for Biafra, Chukwu Abiyama will keep you alive until Biafra is restored. For every coordinator, zonal, national, for every continental rep, I pray that whatever efforts you are putting in to make sure that things work out well, Chukwu Abiyama will pay you back. And for the big masquerade himself, Nnamdi Kanu, like I used to say, no weapon formed against you shall ever prosper. And every tongue that shall rise to speak against you, Biafrans all over the world will condemn. Nothing will happen to you. As you tour from one country to the other, behaving like beggar, begging your people to come to support you, Chukwu Abiyama will endow them. And you will not fail. You will not fail. You will not rest. You will not sleep. You will not slumber until you deliver Biafra. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you, my sister. And I say amen and amen and amen to that. This is Radio Biafra Live broadcast. And of course, we are today joined by the principal officers of the indigenous people of Biafra, the COC coordinator of coordinators, Mazi Uchenna Onyema, the head of the directorate, Mazi Uche Asiebu, the European rep, Mazi Chika Duziem, and of course the chief of staff, our sister Ebere Chukwanubog from Biafra land. Also, Barrister Imam Mezu is also here with us. And this is a full house, and this is just a pilot program. We will be consolidating on this. We will, of course, be seeking the participation of all coordinators, different countries of the world where they are. Of course, there should be invitation extending to you all, because it is very important that the Biafran people see you and ask you questions on what you are doing. A lot of people have decided not to make calls. They are listening attentively. They are listening attentively. We are marching towards ending this program, where we now go to the European rep, Mazi Chika Duziem, to give us his closing remarks.
Thank you very much, Mazi Uche, for this wonderful opportunity that you afforded us to speak to our people. Bob Marley said, "How long shall they kill our prophets while we stand aside and look?" And Biafrans, I ask you this evening, how long shall they dishonor you, dispossess you, humiliate you, Why you stand aside and look? How long will your rights be trampled upon? How long will you be dehumanized? How long will they emasculate you economically before you stand up to say enough is enough? The time is now. The hour has come. You need to stand up and be counted, or history will not be kind to you. We have seen a little glimpse of the decay. If you go to the Facebook and see the picture of Baba, a little glimpse of what will become of Biafra land in the next decade. We will not let that happen, Biafrans. We will stand up to stop this decay that has been instituted and is eating deep into the fabric that held us together and that holds us together. We must do all our parts, for each and every one of us has a part and a role to play. If you play a role and your part appropriately, and I do mine, then we will make progress. I enjoin each and every one of us to redouble our efforts and ask again ourselves, not only what can I benefit, but what can I do for my fatherland, Biafra? Oh, Biafra land, what can I do that Biafra may come? What can you do? This is the question that we need to ask each and every one of us this evening and on forward. I want to, before I round up, Uche, please let me quickly remind our people of the two events that is coming up this month and in the month of September, specifically on the 29th and 30th of August. The Nordic Conference will hold, and on the 11th of September, the Barcelona rally will hold. These two events are very crucial and very important. It is open to every Biafran who can travel and who can afford it. And my people, as Nemen were Megarodachi, I plead that between now and Sunday, those who have gotten this information since last week or since the beginning of this week about this event, please endeavor to quickly indicate your interest, inform your national coordinator who will put down your name, and then forward it to the appropriate organizing committee. A committee was formed for the rally in Barcelona. This committee is made up of the national coordinator for Spain, Emmanuel Darlington, and included in this committee is also Nonce Jurika, the head liaison office in the Directorate of State. And we have in this committee Mazi Odelimolo, the national coordinator for United Kingdom. We have in this committee Mr. Clement Anyebu, the national coordinator for Finland, and we have in this committee our able National Coordinator for Ireland, Mazi Isaiah Uba. Please, I call upon this committee to begin to work immediately, and I am available 247 if there is a need for my input to your deliberations. We need to work now so that we don't have unfinished business before the time for the rally comes. This is for this committee that I named now. This is responsible for the rally for Barcelona. The Nordic Conference is being organized by the Scandinavian countries. They like to call it Nordic countries, which includes Norway, Sweden, Denmark, and Finland. The national coordinators are the committee taking care of this planning of this event, and then they need to know who is coming when we are coming, so that they can make arrangements for accommodations for us. So I am expecting that by the time we have our meeting, our national coordinators meeting on Sunday this week, we will have collected names of those national coordinators. I am expecting that by Sunday you will have collected names of those. If you haven't started already to disseminate the information, you need to do that now. And if you need to send SMS to all your members and to your zonal coordinators to make sure this information gets well disseminated, please do that. We know that Ireland has a lot of people who are coming. We want also other countries to do the same. And I give Chukwuabiama all honor and all glory that he has set out and chosen an able captain for this ship, the ship for the restoration of Biafra, in the name and person of Nnamdi Opukano, the director of Radio Biafra. Chukwuabiama, I'm asking for your grace to abound in him. Chukwuabiama, I'm asking for your grace to abound in the deputy director, Mazi Chimefo. Father, I'm asking for your grace to abound in the head directorate of state, which is Nasibu. Let your grace abound upon your servant, coordinator of coordinators, Uchendo Nyema, our dearest sister, Berichukwani Bogo, Ikechukwenyago, Osita Okeke, and our brother Chukaposa, and our sister Choma Amaralis. I don't forget the able and amiable barrister, Chukwuabiama. Give him continuous wisdom, that they, our leadership, that you have set upon this job, shall continue to walk in your strength, shall continue to walk under thy banner, shall continue to walk with your grace. Give your servants, the national coordinators and the zonal coordinators, the power, the strength, the wisdom to do what is right. Our cause is just, and we will march on to take what belongs to us. May Chukwuabiama bless all Biafrans, and more importantly, may Chukwuabiama bless Biafra. Thank you, Uche. And I will say from my side, good night to all of you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much, my brother, for that. Of course, we will go to the coordinator of coordinators. He has said something, but it is in our tradition that he gives us his closing remark. Uh, the coordinator of coordinators, Mazi Uchenna Onyema, I think should do just that. Uchenna, I don't know whether you're there. Are you hearing me?
Yes, I am.
Right, great.
Thank you. I will make. I'll keep it very simple and brief. I want to close end the evening by thanking those hardcore Biafrans that abandoned everything they're doing in the diaspora and went back to our headquarters, to Biafra land, going back to Enugu, our state, our Biafran capital, which I consider the war front to face take practical steps into achieving our dream. I say, Mechukwu Abiyama, continue to empower you guys. And even though that we don't call you, or I speak for myself, but I don't call you as regularly as you expect me to do. There's no day or night that I don't think and pray for you guys. And I promise this evening that from now on, I'll make an effort to keep in touch more. Although I've been keeping in touch with a few people, but it's not as consistent as it should. So I'll definitely improve on that. And I beg you to forgive me if I've not been in contact as I promised before. There'll be improvement on that. I also like to thank the UK Biafrans, the people that take charge of things, the ones that used to work with me when I was the UK coordinator, and then moved on to COC. Without them working with me and believing in what I tell them to do or what we agree, if they don't support the dream that we all share and believe that it's possible for us to bring it into reality. Without them, I don't think United Kingdom will be where it is. So I thank people like Festus Anekwe, Osta Noruka, and all the executive board, and you all know yourself. The list is too long for me to start calling each and everyone. I also would like to thank Odilimo Oloku. Odilimo Oloku is doing a great job, and I encourage him to carry on what he's doing and do not relent. Sometimes when we start doing something, you think you don't see the results straight away. It's like planting a seed. When you plant a seed, it takes time. You water it and you fix it, give it the things. You put manure down before you put the seed in the first place and water it, and then you go and hope and pray that you've done enough.